What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch the third episode of Shogun. The first two episodes were incredible. Specifically, the second one. It really, again, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm, sucking the show off or anything like that, but it had everything I want in TV. It was... Oh, and I loved how political and schemy it was and everything. Oh, it was so amazing. The characters, the acting. Again, you guys know my reaction style. I love to praise excellent pieces of media. So I'm so excited to get into this episode. I do just want to hop straight into it. I will obviously yap a lot at the end. If you do like the content that I make, please subscribe. It would really help me out. And obviously, if you like the video, like and comment. And the final thing, if you do enjoy the reactions to Shogun and you want to see them with the full length, get my full reaction, they're up on Patreon. And also, if you do want to see them earlier than they air on YouTube, if you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode I'm currently on. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Other than that, let's hop straight into episode 3. I'm excited. Really, guys, I'm not glazing the show, but I know it's just a fucking, you writing utensil on a piece of paper, but it looks awesome. He looks so badass to that. Again, that's why I like him too. Like I said, he's a fucking cockroach like Blackthorn, but he's also just badass in general. Amida. Again, I would also have to 100%. Toranaga knows that this motherfucker is obviously not on his side. Gulping a little bit, getting a little nervous. Fuck you. I did it myself, motherfucker. I gave him an offer. Again, Toranaga is smart. He's also a little cocky, maybe, or confident, in the sense of he knows that this motherfucker isn't on his side. I could see a world in which he would keep him alive to use him. And he's got the spy there. Oh shit! When? You're out of the inner circle, buddy. Ain't talking to you no more.
My apologies, Captain General, but your black ship must stay where it is. Toranaga has come to better understand the great profits being made from our...
Pereira, Delacqua, Martin.
He has invited us to provide a report on our rates of exchange.
You men of the cloth with your impotent pricks. We bring the dictate terms.
And we are here at their pleasure. Until Toranaga receives this report, you won't get clearance to leave.
I am sitting on 1 million ducats. That has to get to Macau. I won't lose this wind. That pilot should have been taken care of before he even reached Osaka. You forget yourself. And you forget, I don't work for the church. I work for the crown.
Oh, damn. Well,
Let it be known, black ship sails tonight.
I don't think it does, buddy. Unless it's your head going on the pike.
We leave without clearance. We don't get invited back.
The longer we sit around, the worse that pilot makes it for us. We're on the wind tonight.
The pilot. He's still alive.
He's a cockroach.
But I can assure you this man is a doctor who cares for the sick and injured.
What's been said about the assassin?
Only that she belonged to a very dangerous sect. She had served as a palace maid for years.
Jesus.
Whole lives for a single kill. It is very
That's
costly.
Insane.
insane.
Price, if you could afford. You refuse?
You're that dangerous, my man.
What those priests capable of even now. Christ!
Stop fucking moving.
Jesuits paying this one to kill me.
固くなに凝り固まっておるわ。おそらくこの御人にいるようなのは
He's a woman?
医者ではない。じゃあ。
Oh my god, what did he say?
Oh my god, dear God, what did he say?
The doctor suggests we send a woman to pillow with you instead.
Pillow?
It is polite for the physical joining of a man
Oh,
and
Jesus.
woman.
Oh, it's not
This
a
man is gonna fall for this woman.
Would you prefer a male companion?
Dear God, where am I?
Get me the fuck out of here.
恥じらいをまたぐのじゃ。
何をそのようなことに。
そなたが心得ずともよい。
This man's gonna die. Buntero gonna die. That's gonna leave Miracle open for Blackthorn. No, I'm joking.
かたじけのうござりましたおじい様。
これから少数の者があちらに向けて出立する。
We're gonna get attacked on the way there if all of our fucking main characters are leaving for Ajiro.
お前の父があの刀に命を懸けた。朝鮮でわしらは死の淵をさまよいつつ戦い続けた。ここにあるのはその侍の刀。お前の婿殿と赤子には
Everyone just looks so cool.
どうした。だが二人が死んだのは大義ある戦いだ。
I don't know if she wants to hear that.
お前の番じゃ。
Excuse you? That's a great shot right there. I do want to say, and again, it's one of those things I'm learning about the culture. I don't want anyone to misconstrue that I'm disrespecting this or whatever. Obviously, I've seen that the haircut very much in this culture. I don't necessarily know what it represents or what it's symbolic of. It does obviously look a little goofy for my American self. But somehow, you know, withstanding the slightly dumb haircuts that they have, they all look so badass.
Shige-sama asks that you stay close to the litter as we walk.
母上、行かないでくださりませ。
I got to. Oh, this motherfucker might end up dying.
中に戻るのじゃ。
Is that Buntero again? Why are you so mean? This motherfucker is abusive.
霧の方は何をしておいでじゃ。
ただいま参りまする広松殿。こちらは老いぼればば様でござりますゆえ。
She do what the fuck she wanna do.
います。
今日ばかりはそうもいきません。
私もできることならこの牢獄から出とうございます。
I'm scared. I'm scared of assassins at any corner.
どこも一緒でござりまするな。
I think that she will die. I think that she will die horribly before we see her again. Hide this motherfucker. Nice job keeping him out, guys. No!
おっしゃる通りだが、お千代やご訪問中の取り決めについては承知されておるはず。やんごとなきお方のご出立は前日までにお知らせいただく手はずとなっておる。見送りの都合もありゆえな。上手、乗り物を改めよう。
灰色氏は門より中に入ってはならぬ。
Graze.
まだ初陣も飾れぬ分際で思い上がりも甚だしい若造
I don't know. I might put my money on the youngster.
今すぐに。何やら思い違いをなさっているようでございますな。石堂殿はご丁寧にも挨拶に。
That doesn't even look comfortable. Little boxes for your fucking slaves, your maids and your servants to carry you.
キリの方、ご出立とは。
Oh man, is this guy? This guy longing for her?
大坂には資格が多すぎるとおっしゃりまするゆえ。
その件につきましてはそれがしも同じ気持ちでございます。
And half of them were sent by me. You okay? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Moving parts, a lot of moving parts. Smart. Okay, yeah.
懲りなき王者。旅のご無事をお祈り申し上げる。
Shit slick.
いずれにせよ石堂様はお主がにわかに城を出ると聞いて困惑しておられる。
Is the plan still in motion?
石堂様なら必ずやお分かりくださるはずやが、わしは虎長に忠義立てをせねばならぬ立場。
Again, I feel like he's going to stay loyal to the highest bidder.
I think no one knows. My lord is famous for his trickery.
Yeah, motherfucker is the trickster.
His father traded him to a rival Peugeot. As a hostage, he learned one truth. That enemies are everywhere and friends nowhere.
Oh. That's a great... This motherfucking Tornaga was born at the womb with quotes upon quotes.
ご一行、一応にお顔を改めさせていただく。
我らは石堂様、直々に出立の許しをいただいておるのじゃ。
これは石堂様の命でござる。
Motherfucker, I work under him! Come on, Blackthorn gonna scam his way out of it?
This is unacceptable. Peering into ladies' private quarters?
万人は何を申しておる？
Worse than that, it's vulgar!
Oh, dude, I love Blackthorn!
出ているのでございましょう。お国では女の顔を覗くことが不重宝な振る舞いなのだと。
ここは日の本じゃ。
This is Japan. I can watch woman all I want.
ご容赦くださいませ。日の本の風習に慣れていないのです。
No! Woman's virtue is ugly!
Oh my god.
A blight on us all! My god, the shame of it!
まるで風習が違っておりますゆえ、こちらの申すことがどうにも通じませず。
Okay, well now it's really fucking... He's very desperate. I feel like this would be obvious at this point. We get out of it? We good? That's gonna earn him some fucking props. You like that shit?
Didn't mind the part about the pony.
This man Buntaro was born a hater. He motherfucker hates his wife, hates his kid, hates every single person around him. He's gonna die screaming. Look, like, this is a great shot!
Pouring women to injured guests. You yourself insinuating that I would have an interest in casual buggery.
We think
casual buggery.
Blowing is necessary to good health.
Hey, let me go to this culture right here, my man.
The movement of the clouds and the rain is as near to heaven as they can get.
The clouds and...
This is flirting. Again, I don't know if politically they would allow something like this to happen. Like a relationship, but...
I'm assuming that man's your husband.
Yes. His name is Todahiro Katsu.
That was fucking Buntaro. Okay, I was gonna say.
A strong and admired warrior.
Hated piece of shit?
Do you have children?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
My boy Tudor.
Tudor.
And my daughter Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
What are they like?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to him. Oh, that's so scary. The sound of an arrow whirring towards you is one of the scariest fucking sounds in media. We can never have a moment of peace. Astute observation, Yabushige!
No, I do not think so.
Mountain bandits. God damn. Portuguese? What the fuck are they? Oh, jeez, get out of there. Okay, now, obviously, they're gonna think that they're dead. Oh my god. Kill Buntaro! Kill Buntaro!
Get back before we're all killed.
They never gonna stop. Ah, okay. Kiyama. Kiyama's the Christian. Sugiyama? Wait, Sugiyama? So I've got Toda and Ono. The minute I know which one has leprosy, I can differentiate them all. Huh? You come at me, my man! I'll be happy. Again, I don't want to overestimate or over-exaggerate how strong he is. But I still think I would put a lot of money on him. God damn. She's got everything. Yo, I get goosebumps again. The action in the show has been, you know, we've obviously gotten a little bit of how good it's gonna be, I would assume, but the battles have been fantastic. Oh. Damn. You've lost your right to know that information. Just shoot Buntera right in the face! Oh shit. Gonna try to kill. He's fucking this cowardly piece of shit is on the outskirts while his girl's fighting in the gutters. Okay, now hold up. Never mind. I apologize for disrespecting the man. All this shit just to kill Blackthorn. He's that much of a danger. It's a surprise that the Portuguese and the Christians have been able to keep this such a fucking secret so far.
Is that what I think it is?
The Portuguese black ship. Their trading vessel.
Let's steal it. Yo, that is so scary. And don't Vine Boom on me like that again. Oh, he's going. This man is dead, right? His wife's going to see. Hold up, he's cooking. Hold up, he's cooking. I mean, he is a piece of shit, kind of, but let him fucking cook right now. Oh, he is. This is a sacrifice.
For Christ's sake, he can still make it.
Just jump in the water, Buntaro. Motherfucking how to swim. Don't get him behind you. Keep him on one side. Dude, he is the... I fucking disrespected this man. I apologize. He's a badass. Oh. Take the armor off and swim. I've got goosebumps. They're gonna make me tear up for this piece of shit? What? Yo, I have such intense goosebumps. We gonna put an arrow through this motherfucker's heart? Gonna say something to your wife? Yeah, I don't know if there was a lot of love, but maybe I'm hypercritical of the relationship. Oh, I've got intense goosebumps. Like I said, I see chemistry between Blackthorn and Mariko, but again, I don't know if that would be something that would be allowed. If that makes sense. Like, culturally, politically. Don't look. Too many people dying around you. Just don't look. You're gonna be right on her ass. But we got the Go Anjin here. Dude, during that, like I said, the music and the scene, I got intense goosebumps. God, how many fucking men do they have? Jesus.
奴らの逃げ道を塞いでるのは木山の手の者たちか。
If we attempted to break through those men, would they board and attack us?
Yes.
If you leave without clearance, you'll ruin any chance we have left at diplomacy.
I will ruin more than that with pleasure.
This is not a debate, Captain General. It is in your best interest to follow protocol.
Captain General. Quite a show upstairs. Might want to see it.
I mean, I've thought everyone would be fucking alerted or right on the top by now. Dude, Rodriguez and Blackthorn are two of those characters that I just want to have, like, their scene stealing. Like, every scene, I want them to be together.
How's your leg? Fine. How's your mother? Behold, I bring you Lord Yoshihide Toranaga, who seeks an audience. Ferrying around the man himself. It's one way to die.
He requests an escort through the harbor.
黒船が我らの船を護衛してくれるなら、大阪港からの出港許可を与えよう。
He's giving clearance for the black ship to leave Osaka.
Thank him for permission I don't need.
I was gonna be out of here anyway.
それでは不足だと申しております。
How about you help me or I'll fucking kill you right now?
わしのために1万銀テールを運び、それをキート貿易に投資してもらう。儲けの半分を船長に使わそう。
Toranaga offers you 10,000 silver coins to invest. You would retain half the profit.
Yes.
それから通じ、その方にも申し出をいたそう。この江戸にキリシタン教会の建設を許す。
Oh!
Giving us a church in Edo.
その代わり、大老の木山と大野の件についてわしを助けてもらいたい。
どういうことでしょう？
両人は今石堂と組んでおる。その方らで木山と大野。
He asks us to turn the Christian lords in his favor.
That is bribery.
No, it ain't.
It is a church in...
We got enough money.
純殺師様がお力になると申しております。
承知した。では、海賊どもを蹴散らし、わしが大阪を出られるようにし。
Dude, I love these scenes so much. Excuse you?
There's just one more thing. That English pilot, he stays behind.
あの絵単車は大阪に置いていけと。
This poor motherfucker is being passed around.
トラナガ様、あなた様の懐に入り込んだあのものについてはお耳に入れねば。
What side do you believe in?
お侍様方、お女中方は皆黒船に乗り移れとのお達しでございます。
鉄砲をどうするのじゃ。
虎長様は鉄砲を置いていかざるを得なくなったのでございます。そして安心様も。
The awkward turnaround. Sending your ass. After I saved your ass. After I helped y'all. You gonna do that to me? Hey.
Sorry.
He's the cockiest of cockroach. He'll be back. Don't worry. Man getting passed around like a blunt.
Fuck this.
I've got goosebumps.
Come on, I thought you were sailors, race them out! Hayaki! Hayaki!
This man is gonna speak fluent by the end of this goddamn show. If he doesn't die.
He's coming up alongside us!
Little challenge.
How fast can that bitch go, Rodriguez? You black-eyed son of a shit-fested whore! Your lips are the devil's arse!
I want these guys to be in every single scene together.
I even miss you, son of a bitch.
He gets any closer, sink him.
With pleasure, Captain.
Something else I do want to say too. It's obviously we're filming at night, or at least the show's taking place at night. I feel like a lot of shows nowadays that are, you know, big epic, big budget, just fucking make it pitch black and you can't see anything. I don't have that problem with this. This is fucking lovely. I think showrunners, directors, producers, cinematographers don't try to put a lot of effort into making night scenes look good, and I feel like they have done this in this. The fuck out the way! Oh my god.
My sincerest gratitude!
My sincerest fuck yourself!
Rodriguez, they'll never keep me here!
You're not on the end, you salty whale stink!
Long way to go. Oh my god.
I see him right out of this.
He's the GOAT! He can do anything. I have full faith in him. These guys under here are hard workers too. They're doing all the hard work.
Either sink me or let me pass, but make up your fucking mind.
Oh my god! Let's dance, baby. Let's dance. Gonna give up? Let go a little bit? Or are you impressed by him?
By Christ, blood captains!
I don't think it's over, buddy.
What the hell are you doing? You're giving him the edge!
He already had it.
Nah, you loosen it up a little bit. Again, it's I mean, obviously over-exaggerating, but it almost feels like a Joker-Batman situation. I want to see these guys dance forever.
Well done, you glorious bastards! Well done!
That's a debt repaid. With you.
You saved me. We're even now. Next time we meet each other, it's on site. He escaped! He calling you a bum.
石堂様、戸田広松殿が伝言を持ってお見えにござりまする。
He won't be safe?
お太郎様方、虎長様より遺憾ながら一心上
I had some work to attend to.
すると決めたよし。皆様方にお
He playing the long haul.
紙切れ1枚で何が変わるわけでもない。4対0で虎長を断罪いたすまで。
さようにご
How you gonna impeach me if I'm done? You just trying to kill me.
太閤殿下は評決は5人の大老において決すべしとお定めになったはず。
Oh.
4人様しかおいでになりませぬな。
Yo, this guy looks so badass. The one with leprosy. I'm getting pretty good with the names. I need to get down the names of the regents. You could argue that I'm fucking stupid for not knowing them because they're really, really, really important. They're a big antagonistic force. But keep the enemies close. You ain't on my level of trickery. You can't fathom the levels of chess I'm playing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pretty sure I heard this actor is going to be in the new Nolan movie too, I think.
The truth is, I've never met her. I left England before she was born.
Okay, yeah. I did predict that.
1 year, 11 months, 6 days from Amsterdam. She'll be 2 years old now.
Aww.
You serve your lords honorably.
I have no lords.
I want that money.
The horizon, more than the deep. The freedom, more than the horizon.
It's a great shot.
Fair wind. Be far enough out that you look around and there's nothing but open seas. No yesterday. No tomorrow.
You want me to kiss you right now? No, 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 no. Assistance, motherfucker. And to assistant, I handled it.
My lord says this was a gift from the priests.
これは海賊行為の証じゃと言うておった。
They prove you are a pirate.
Throw them shits overboard.
償うべき罪じゃ。
Which means death.
I don't care about no piracy. Motherfucker helping me.
させるには
And I'm sure he'll take a sweet ass time translating these.
差し当たって戦の支度じゃ。暗示には一つの隊を鍛え、偉人の戦法を
Oh wow.
そなたの船の武器を用いてな。
Training arc. Training arc.
Tell him it would be a great honor.
謹んでお引き受けすると申しておりまする。
All I ask for in exchange is the return of my men and my ship.
仲間の船乗りと。
I don't think so, buddy. I think there might be done so already.
藪重殿、長門と共に学び、万人の戦から学ぶべきことがあるようなら、すべて取り入れてくれ。承知しました。さて、暗示もこれより家臣としてわしに使えるのであるから、いつまでも万人扱い。
We gonna give him a cool name, or are we just gonna keep calling him Anjin?
旗本に任ずる。
Hatamoto.
He has made you Hatamoto.
What's that?
Very great honor.
What does it mean?
Oh.
Esteemed guest? Is it enough?
How must I do this?
Until he is satisfied.
明日は明日じゃ。
Oh.
今日のうちにものにしてみせる。
Yeah, why? Hold on. Why was that inspirational? What the fuck? I think I got it down. Come on, we want to see your body. Who said that?
My lord would like to race you to the shore.
Jesus.
You not to let him win. My lord hates that.
I wouldn't dare.
Why are these guys both badasses?
Hi.
Why do I have goosebumps? People fucking jumping into the ocean. This shit doesn't make any sense. That's why, I say this about all the shows that I watch, but I love when a show can make me really fucking care and feel impacted by and get goosebumps and get emotional for stuff that, like, if you said on paper, I'd be like, I don't care about that shit, but I do care. Okay, I feel like I'm saying this at the end of every episode. I have gone back, I've rewatched a couple scenes. Again, my confidence in the characters is strengthening. Again, same with last episode. I was confused at 2 or 3 parts. I feel like I've gone back and I've cleared this up. The big one that I was fucking... Again, I don't know if I'm leaving my mistakes in on the YouTube because I don't want anyone to... Not that I'm afraid of looking stupid, but I'm afraid... I don't want people to watch me say something stupid, pause the video, jump in, type the comment, and then not realize that I fix my statement later or I understand it later. I don't want anyone to sort of waste their time correcting me. The one thing I will say, I don't know why the fuck I thought Shizu already gave birth. I mean, I know that whole you know was a ploy, it was a distraction. But I don't know why. Someone gave birth last episode, or they said something like that, and I sort of, I don't know, felt that it already happened or something. I don't know. I don't know why I was confused on that. I feel confident with the character names now. I wrote myself like fucking diagrams and shit like that and grouped them up together. So, the one sort of confusing thing, and again, not confusing isn't like the culture is weird. I really do not want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying. Just as an American, obviously, things are different in different cultures, so I sort of get confused. One of the things is, when they tell me someone's like full name, for some reason, I don't know what the correct name to use is, but the name that I choose to call them is always the name that people don't. So I have to sort of bend to my will. I have the names of all the regents, and I have what they're calling them. So Ishido, Kiyami, who is the Christian, the really heavy Christian. I've got Sugiyami, who is the rich motherfucker, who came from that rich family. And then I've got Ono, and he's the one with leprosy, and he also turned to religion, I believe. So I'm down with that. I've got Toranaga. I've got his son Nagakado. It's not like avocado. Says I think it's again the culture is a little different, so I don't know necessarily if it's his wife or more of a sort of consort. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be blunt. Just like, yeah, that's my girl right there. I got a couple of them. You know what I mean? I feel like Shizu is the same thing. She's carrying his kid. But I got Mariko, obviously Buntaro. I've already crossed off Buntaro's name. I'm getting a lot more confident with the names. Like I said in episode 1, throwing so much at me, it's not too much that I can handle. I feel like I have a good grasp of the story about 95% of the time, and even if I miss something or I don't understand something, it gets cleared up 2 or 3 minutes later. But the names were one of those things that was like, it might take me 2 or 3 episodes. I feel like 3 episodes, I'm very confident with all the characters they have showed me. Again, I'll sort of run through the basic stuff that I say every episode. The cinematography, the music, the editing, the sound design, the acting, phenomenal. No problems with that. It really like that's something too. And again, I haven't watched a shit ton of TV, and you know I've watched a lot of modern stuff, but sometimes it's hard to buy into stories that are showcasing an older time period or older generation. You know, almost like it takes you out of it. Like, this looks kind of cheaply made. It's not sort of high enough quality for me to buy into what I'm seeing. That is not a problem in this show whatsoever. Again, I would assume that a lot of the sort of, you know, giant cities and stuff is CGI, but and if it is, the CGI looks amazing, the set design looks amazing, the outfits are fucking incredible. Again, the acting doesn't feel overplayed or anything like that. Cosmo Jarvis as Blackthorn is hilarious, and I feel like, and I know I've spoken about this on my channel. I'll say it now, and I don't know if anyone has ever gone through this or discovered this, but it's a sort of paradox. I don't know. It's a thing that I always run into, in the sense of I have never heard of Cosmo Jarvis at all until I watched episode 1 of Shogun. And since I watched episode 1 of Shogun, I've seen Cosmo Jarvis's name in like 5 or 6 other shits. Like, if I had never watched Shogun, I wouldn't know who this motherfucker was. But randomly, I, you know, watched Shogun for the first time, and I'm seeing his name pop up everywhere. So I do just think that's a funny instance. Happens with so many actors all the time. I would be very interested to see if it's happened to any of you guys. But he was incredible. That sort of acting scene at the beginning of the episode was hilarious. And again, I'll say it one more time. I really am, again, because Rodriguez isn't the most major of characters, I'm not expecting it to be the pinnacle or the most focused, highlighted moment of the show, but I really enjoy Rodriguez and Blackthorn's relationship. You know what I mean? It feels like this sort of, I hate everything about you, yet I see you. Like, I not necessarily respect, because again, they disagree with all the shit that they're doing and their ideologies and all that, but almost like I see that you're talented, you know, I see you over there, okay? And I like that sort of, again, the vibe I got was like, you know, you save me, I save you, next time we see each other, shit's going down. So again, so far I feel like those are the 2 characters that have been introduced that are the best sort of sailors. So I would, again, it's hard to, like, I don't want to say, oh, I can't wait for them to have a sailor battle. I don't know anything like that, but like, obviously we saw in this episode with the sort of boxing out and the maneuvering and the, you know, I would definitely be interested to see some naval warfare between them. I'll say it now, my favorite part of the show, the thing that sort of got me intrigued in the show, I heard a lot of political similarities to Game of Thrones. The politicking in this show is so fucking good. Everyone has their motives, if that makes a sense. Their own personal motives. Everyone feels like their own main character who have their own thoughts. You know, I feel like a lot of shows sort of just come, and obviously, this is simplified. Not only is it simplified from the book, I would assume, but the book is also simplified from real life. You know, real life is always going to be so much more complicated than a fictional story. But a lot of shows, they just, you know, they simplify everything. They make, you know, all of the minor recurring characters, or even the major characters who just aren't like the protagonist and the antagonist, they make them just blind followers that, you know, agree with, they're yes men to everything the top guy says. They don't have any thoughts of their own. They don't have any ideas or opinions or whatever. I feel like every character feels like a living and breathing person who is living in this political scheming world, who have schemes of themselves, are also watching out for other schemes, care about people. I'm absolutely loving this, and I really do want to say this. I know I mentioned at the end of last episode. Again, this is a heavily packed miniseries. It feels like there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of history, there's a lot of motives. Again, sometimes stuff flies over my head. I feel like I do a good job, and that's going to be a 100% thing. Like, watching a new show, again, as complex as this, I feel like there's always going to be stuff that you miss, but I feel like I'm doing a good job at sort of picking up on my mistakes, like going, oh no, I was wrong 2 minutes ago, let me fix that in my head. But again, I don't feel like my hand's being held. I feel like they threw me to the deep end and said, figure out the history, figure out the politics, figure out the relationships, and it will sort of strengthen the characters, strengthen their connections with each other. And I feel like it's done that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm just like sitting in a corner watching these guys like sort of have, slight words of dialogue, or their mannerisms change a bit, or you know what I mean, their temper changes, and I sort of feel the growing characterization of these guys. Obviously we're going to go back to Ajiro. I would assume we're going to arrive next episode. I'm very interested to see, obviously, Kiku and who was that other guy? Omi is Yabushige's nephew, I believe. We have not seen him. Very interested in those two characters. Omi I really liked in the first episode, and Kiku interested me very, very much. Yeah, dude, I'm loving Mariko. I'm loving Toranaga, Blackthorn, obviously Rodriguez. This is a really fucking stacked cast. I mean, even people like Hiramatsu, very interesting, very intriguing. A little scared for him, to be quite honest. But Yabushige. Again, I don't want to sort of sound repetitive, and I know that I mentioned this last episode, but I've never been a huge lover of miniseries. I just feel like longer shows are able to explore character arcs and showcase more amazing characters than a miniseries, but this is blowing that out of the water. Like, there's not been a character who I dislike. Like, even the shitty murderers and pieces of shit, like, they have their sort of like entertainment value, if that makes sense. And I don't want to, well, you like fucking abuse. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I have a reason to sort of either like or respect or be entertained, or fucking. And again, I probably said this on the channel. I mean, I probably said this on my Shogun reactions. I know I've said it on the channel, but I like slimy, manipulative, charismatic, Machiavellian type characters. So even these characters that are bad people or anything like that, I'm still entertained by them. And Yabushige fits that bill. I'm liking Ishiro, who's doing a great job as an antagonistic force. I'm liking everyone. Okay, it's also the schemes and the plans and the tricks and the it feels really good. Again, it's why I fell in love with Game of Thrones. Again, I don't know if I can explain this, and I hope you guys understand. I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan of modern politics. It's not fun because I'm living through it, if that makes sense. But like looking back at more, you know what I mean, like 400, 500, 600 and more years ago, that sort of politics, it's so intriguing. And obviously, we don't know everything, but something about it's just really entertaining for me. Again, I want to repeat, like, politics nowadays, I'm living through it. It's uncomfortable. It really sucks. But I feel like this sort of, and again, it could be a heavily fictionalized version of politics. And obviously, we're not, in most shows, we're not learning about fucking, the specifics of the laws and the minor sort of arguments or disagreements in court. It's more like scheming, plotting, murdering, assassinations, that sort of thing. But that right there, it fucking butters my bread. I don't know why. It fucking hits so hard for me entertainment wise. What an episode. Do I like that episode more than last episode? I don't know. They're very close. I definitely like episode 2 and 3 more than episode 1. And again, I don't want anyone to think that I didn't like episode 1. I did like episode 1. But I feel like these last two episodes have really gone into this political scheming aspect. And I do really like again, I keep repeating the word, and maybe I need to look up a fucking thesaurus to get some synonyms. But along with the characteristics that I mentioned earlier, the scheming, Machiavellian, manipulative, charismatic, I also like a good cockroach character. Characters that, no matter how much you kick and shoot and, everything, they just stay alive, and they stay they always end up in power. They always end up with, you know what I mean, drive, and I fucking love that so much. Again, I think of a character, and again, I don't want anyone to say, you think that this show is better than Shogun? That is not what I fucking said. I've watched a show like The 100, okay? And a character like John Murphy in that, I fucking love. He's that same sort of cockroachish character. Even someone like a Jimmy McGill from Better Call Saul. It's perfect cockroach. Ben Linus from Lost is one of my top 10 favorite characters of all time, and he's manipulative, he's charismatic, and he's a cockroach. I love cockroaches. That sort of character cliche, and I feel like Blackthorn perfectly fucking fits into that. And I don't want anyone to misconstrue, like, when I say cockroach, I'm not talking about like they're incompetent or anything like that. They're so competent that you just can't get them away. You can't win. You can't beat them. They're always on your toes, and I love it so much. Like I said, and I don't know if it's just a case of like me seeing, oh, male main character, Blackthorn, female main character, Mariko. Now, one of them is single now. The other one is away from. Again, I don't know if he had like a wife, or he actually cared about the woman he was with. Maybe it was just more like a, you know what I mean, fun time baby haha moment. But, you know, again, I don't know if it's just the fact that they're, you know, man and woman main characters who are now sort of open and single essentially because they're away from everyone. But I could definitely see a world in which they get together. I mean, I already love the chemistry. It doesn't necessarily have to get romantic, because I also, again, I love the chemistry, like the dialogue and the connection. They don't necessarily need to have sex for me to, you know, love that connection or anything like that. I'm already loving the dynamics and the friendship and the dialogue. So perfect. That's another thing too that I do want to say. When it comes to the dialogue, I don't know if anyone's ever run into this, but, you know, watching a show with subtitles, sometimes I feel like the dialogue is lacking, especially in a couple animes, you know, that have to go from Japanese to English, and, you know, a couple, you know, live action shows with it, but I feel like they just, you know what I mean, make the simplest of translations and make the dialogue sound really babyish or kiddish so you can understand it. I don't feel like that's this show at all. I feel like the dialogue is smart, it's complex, it has some banger lines, and a lot of it, a really good portion of it, is through translations and subtitles. It's almost like again, this show is made. It's an FX show. It's made by, you know, Americans. It's made for American consumers. You know what I mean? So, and all of the shows that I probably just mentioned, a lot of them do have, you know, subtitle issues or translation issues. They are just for American English viewers. So I'm saying, like, I'm not angry that shows have trouble with translating, because, you know, if you're targeting an English consumer base, you want most of it to be spoken in English. But I feel like it's really respectful to the time period and to the setting. Like, these motherfuckers weren't just talking, you know, New York style English the entire fucking time. This isn't Japan. There should be some Japanese. The Portuguese and the Spanish and everything. It adds to me being. I feel like I'm in this world. Obviously, it's real life, but I mean, I feel I can buy in. I'm not, you know, taken out by like, these motherfuckers are only speaking English. Everything about it feels like it was treated with respect and care to tell the most. Again, I'm not saying that this is the truest of historical things I've ever seen, but I feel like they are trying to respect the culture and respect the time period, and I really enjoy that. I really do enjoy that. I feel like I talked about every character. Again, the politics and the scheming have been incredible. The antagonistic force, like I said. It's another thing too, and the final thing I'll talk about, and the thing that I really like about well done politics in shows, they don't. Political schemers shouldn't feel like the fucking evilest people of all time. It should just feel like people trying, you know, pursuing power. That's what they want, power, and they want money, and they want status. That's all they want. They're not like some fucking evil, you know, fucking Darth Vader, Joker characters, all of them. I'm not saying that there's not evil characters, but I mean, politics and scheming and that sort of conflict should just be people having arguments and disagreements and fights over power. It shouldn't be some ultra good guy versus some ultra bad guy. I feel like it's a nice mix of gray characters in conflict with each other. And so far, people like Ishido and Toranaga, and obviously Yabushige, who I've been really enjoying, I feel like they're doing a really good job with that. But I think that's going to be it for me. I really appreciate you guys for watching this episode with me. If you do enjoy the content that I make for the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Obviously, like and comment. And again, like I say with all Shogun episodes, if I misunderstood something, if I didn't catch something, if you want to sort of give me an Easter egg or give me some historical facts to help me with my opinion and all that. And again, even if I'm ahead on Patreon, even if I've already finished the show by now, I don't know. I still want to learn. Again, this is a show that I could see myself rewatching like every 2 years, just to sort of strengthen my knowledge of the time period in the show and you know, catch things I've missed. So like I said, any information you want to give me, I would really appreciate it. And most importantly, like I just mentioned, I'm probably ahead a decent amount on Patreon by now. If you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode that I'm currently on if you're interested. I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.